Hit music belongs here.
I got the keys to the city. I need that.
This is Vicinity FM 95.3. Radio just got excited.
Let's go.
This is
Vicinity FM 95.3.
Music, sports,
In towards the car, go!
entertainment,
Cut the beat.
politics,
That's all.
all on your darling station, Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha.
We are your connection to the sounds that surround you.
hit music belongs here.
I got the keys to the city. I need that.
This is Vicinity FM 95.3. Radio just got excited.
Let's go.
This is
Vicinity FM 95.3.
This is Vicinity 95.3 FM, Kejili Ijesha. I am Oluwafunke Israel with news nationwide. First headlines. Federal government recovers housing assets from former CBN Governor Emefiele. Chief of Staff Lords Osun Governor for Development in the state. And Finance Ministry assures protesting workers of salary payments. Now the news in full. Federal government has taken over a 753 unit housing estate recovered from the embattled former CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele. The property was handed over by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development in Abuja. Housing Minister Ahmed Dangiwa announced the housing estate would undergo structural assessment before being made available for public purchase through a transparent, competitive process. EFCC Chairman Olanipekun Olukoyede has pledged the agency's commitment and transparency in ensuring recovered assets are not misappropriated. The government plans to use the estate to meet public housing needs and serve special government purposes, positioning the recovery as a tangible benefit for citizens and a strong signal of accountability in the fight against corruption. Minister of Works David Umahi has called on former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi and other Southeast opposition leaders to support President Bola Tinubu for the region's unity and development. He pointed to Southeast governors backing the president and reviewed plans for a regional summit to endorse him for the 2027 elections. In the meantime, the minister has announced tolling will begin in December on Section 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, with over 80% of the 47.47 kilometer stretch completed. The road project, featuring solar lights and CCTV, is expected to drive economic growth and deliver investment returns within a decade. Now, First Lady Chief Titi Lola Adeleke has championed the course to curb the spread of cervical cancer and measles in the state, largely among teenage girls. Speaking at a one-day awareness and sensitization workshop in Osogbo on Tuesday to equip the public on the danger and threats associated with the disease, but ways to avert them. The First Lady encouraged parents and guardians to pay premium attention to health of their children and wards through regular and early detection medical tests. She also confirmed the availability of human papillomavirus (HPV) and measles, rubella, MR vaccine in all the health facilities in Osun State. The frontline campaign against the deadly disease by the First Lady complements Governor Adeleke's broader plans to provide sound, affordable and accessible health services to the citizens. Still in Osun, the Chief of Staff and former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has commended Governor Ademola Adeleke and his team for doing a phenomenal job. Gbajabiamila gave the commendation while speaking at the Government House in Osogbo on an official visit to deliver the maiden lecture of the Osun State University Uni-Osun. He said the governor prioritized governance over politics in his dealings with the federal government and pushing forward some of the state's finest members to the National Assembly, which enabled the All Progressives Congress-led government to plug some holes serving as conduit pipes for corruption. The Chief of Staff stressed the need for the federal government and Osun State to work together for good governance for the betterment of the good people that they represent.
A lot of other things in common. So it was without any complication or delay when I got the invitation to come and be a guest lecturer at the Osun State University that I immediately mentioned this to Mr. President. He gave his blessings. He was very happy. He wished me the best, and he sends his highest regards to you, to your cabinet, and to the people of Osun State. We got up very early at about 5 o'clock to make our way here. Thinking that the journey will take us about 4.5 hours, but it took a shorter period. I'm delighted about that because it gives me an opportunity to sit with you, to felicitate with you, and to see some of the good works that you've done. And we commend you.
Governor Adeleke, in his response, commended President Bola Tinubu for steering the affairs of the country to the path of greatness and the Committee of Nations. This is Vicinity 95.3 FM. Ikejile Ijesha. News nationwide will continue shortly. Thanks for staying tuned. For news update and live streaming, visit our website at vicinity953fm.com.ng or send us an email to vicinitynewsroom@gmail.com or call 081-4365-8302 for breaking news around you. You can also follow us on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok at Vicinity 95.3 FM. Now the rest of the news. Ministry of Finance has vowed to address the grievances of Trade Union of Congress and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. After the unions on Tuesday staged a protest at the Secretariat of the Federal Ministry of Finance to demand payment of pension, allowance arrears and other emoluments for workers. Secretary General of the Trade Union, Nuhu Toro, explained the ministry withheld internally generated revenue of the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority. This affected their salary payment. In response to this, the permanent secretary to the Minister of Finance said the ministry has approved the payment of the delayed allowances and would be paid in the next 48 hours. The trade union maintained the industrial action will be suspended until Wednesday, 21st of May, as they await favorable feedback from the ministry. A student sitting for the ongoing West African Senior School Certificate examination was allegedly killed by a stray bullet on her way to an examination center on Tuesday in Abuja. On his way to his examination center on Tuesday in Abuja, the Oyo State capital, According to reports, a sad incident occurred at Baggy Road in the Egbeda local government area of the state after a stray bullet fired by a police officer chasing a fleeing vehicle accidentally hit the student riding a motorcycle with his father and twin brother. The victim was rushed to a nearby hospital where they pronounced the student dead on arrival. In reaction, angry youths took the student's lifeless body to the office of the state governor, Seyi Makinde, in Agodi, Ibadan, to demand justice. On business, the Central Bank of Nigeria's Monetary Policy Committee has retained all economic parameters from the first quarter and the interest rate at 27.50%. The CBN Governor, Laimi Cardoso, made this known after the committee's meeting held on Tuesday, referenced the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) inflation rate for April, pegged at 23.71%. According to the NBS, the annual inflation rate fell to 23.7% in April 2025 from 24.23% in the previous month. Food inflation remained moderated at 21.26% from 21.79% in March, mainly on account of prices of the food items like maize, wheat, yam. A bit of sport. Ogun State will face Lagos in a highly anticipated semi-final clash in the women's badminton team events at the 2024 National Sport Festival on Tuesday in Abeokuta. Ogun, led by Oblivion Dorcas Adeshokun, advanced with a dominant 3-0 win over the invited junior athletes, while Lagos also cruised past Delta State 3-0 thanks to stellar performance from Jumoke Obasami, Naomi Tanko and Michelle Musa. In the other semi-final, defending champions Edo State, powered by top-ranked Ruth Ebere, Deborah Uche and Blessing Heyenleki, will take on River State. Edo overwhelmed team Federal Capital Territory Abuja with 3-0, while Rivers had to battle hard for a 3-1 win over Oyo, sealing the victory in the doubles. Meanwhile, the men's team event commenced with round of 32 features, signaling a longer journey to the finals. And news nationwide. A recap of the main stories. Federal government has taken over 753 unit housing estates recovered from the embattled former CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele. The property was handed over by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development in Abuja. We told you that the Chief of Staff and former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbadabiamila, has commended Governor Ademola Adeleke and his team for doing a phenomenal job in this state. He made the commendation while speaking at the Government House in Osogbo on an official visit to deliver the maiden lecture of the Osun State University of Osun. And lastly, you heard the Ministry of Finance has vowed to address the grievances of Trade Union of Congress and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria after the union staged a protest on Tuesday at the Secretariat of the Federal Ministry of Finance to demand payment of pension, allowances, arrears, and other emoluments for workers. And just before we go, the last line: opportunities don't happen, you create them. That was news nationwide. On behalf of the production crew, I am Oluwafunke Israel. Thanks for listening. Good evening.
Welcome to the heartbeat of the city. We have a reading of of the streets. Vicinity FM 95.3. Welcome to the heartbeat of the city.
In the state of the living spring, right on the mountain top, a baby was born.